contribution in terms of broadening what we hope was a general interest.
For decades, the British monarchy has survived wars, scandals, and family divisions. But according to sources close to the palace, one private decision may have changed everything before the public even realized it. Behind the walls of Buckingham Palace, away from the cameras and official ceremonies, a quiet meeting reportedly took place that left even the most experienced members of the royal household stunned. At the center of that meeting stood King Charles, Prince William, Princess Anne, and Queen Camilla. No official announcement was made. No grand ceremony marked the occasion. Yet those present allegedly understood that the future of the monarchy had shifted in a way that could not easily be undone. What happened next was even more surprising. Princess Anne, known for her loyalty, discipline, and careful choice of words, is said to have delivered a message that caught everyone in the room off guard. It wasn't emotional. It wasn't dramatic. But its meaning was impossible to ignore. Was this simply careful planning for the future? Or was it the clearest sign yet that Prince William is being prepared for responsibilities far greater than anyone expected? Stay with us because the details behind this extraordinary royal story reveal a side of palace life that few people ever get to see. The British monarchy has always been built on tradition, but behind every tradition is a series of decisions the public rarely gets to see. While millions of people around the world watch royal ceremonies, state banquets, and official appearances, the most important conversations often happen behind closed doors, far away from cameras and headlines. That reality has fueled countless discussions about what may be happening inside the palace as King Charles continues leading the crown while Prince William prepares for the future. In recent months, speculation surrounding the future direction of the monarchy has only grown stronger. Royal experts, historians, and commentators have all pointed to one undeniable fact. Prince William's responsibilities have steadily expanded. Every new appearance, every diplomatic visit, and every public engagement has added to the belief that the Prince of Wales is becoming an increasingly important figure in shaping the monarchy's next chapter. Whether those changes are part of a carefully planned transition, or simply the natural evolution of the royal family, remains a subject of debate. Among all the senior royals, Princess Anne has earned a reputation unlike anyone else. Throughout her life, she has rarely chased public attention. Instead, she has become known for discipline, consistency, and an unwavering commitment to duty. Many royal observers believe that when Princess Anne speaks, members of the family pay close attention, not because she seeks influence, but because she has spent decades earning respect through service rather than publicity. That reputation has led many people to wonder what role she might play as Prince William gradually assumes greater responsibility. While no official account has described private family conversations, analysts often suggest that Anne's experience makes her one of the few people capable of offering guidance without political motives or personal ambition. Her advice, if ever given behind palace walls, would likely come from years of witnessing both the successes and struggles that accompany royal life. King Charles himself has faced enormous expectations since becoming monarch. His reign began during a period of significant public attention, family tensions, and growing questions about how the institution should adapt to a changing world. Every decision made by the king is examined not only by British citizens but also by audiences across Europe, North America, Australia, and many Commonwealth nations. In that environment, preparing the next generation is not simply a family matter. It is part of protecting one of the world's oldest constitutional institutions. Prince William understands that reality perhaps better than anyone. For most of his life, he has lived with the knowledge that one day he will inherit responsibilities unlike those held by almost anyone else on earth. Yet becoming king has never been only about wearing a crown. Modern royal leadership involves diplomacy, charity work, international relationships, military connections, constitutional responsibility, and representing stability during times of uncertainty. Those expectations begin long before any coronation ever takes place. That is why many royal commentators believe William's current role is already far larger than most people realize. Although King Charles remains firmly in charge as sovereign, the Prince of Wales increasingly represents the future image of the monarchy. Every speech he delivers, every overseas visit he undertakes, and every initiative he supports becomes another opportunity to demonstrate the leadership qualities expected of a future king. Princess Anne has witnessed similar moments before. She watched her mother, Queen Elizabeth II, dedicate her life to public service for more than 70 years. She also watched the immense pressure placed on Charles long before he became king. Those experiences have given and a unique perspective on what happens when personal emotions collide with public duty. Few members of the royal family have spent as many decades observing the institution from within. Because of that history, many royal experts believe and understand something that cannot easily be taught. Leadership inside the monarchy is rarely about popularity. It is about consistency, resilience, and the willingness to make difficult decisions, even when they invite criticism. Public approval may rise and fall, but the institution depends upon long-term stability rather than short-term headlines. As public interest continues to grow, reports, commentary, and online speculation often blur the line between fact and interpretation. Stories describing confidential meetings or dramatic confrontations frequently spread across social media, even when official confirmation never follows. That has made it increasingly difficult for audiences to separate verified information from imaginative storytelling. Nevertheless, those rumors reflect genuine curiosity about how the royal family prepares for the future behind closed doors. Queen Camilla also remains an important part of that conversation. Since becoming queen, she has gradually established her own public role, while supporting King Charles through an unusually demanding period. Her responsibilities have expanded alongside the king's, making her one of the senior figures involved in representing the crown during official engagements. Any discussion about the future direction of the monarchy naturally includes questions about how every senior member adapts to changing responsibilities. Observers often point to William's calm public demeanor as one of his greatest strengths. Even during moments of intense media attention, he has generally projected patience and restraint. Those qualities have become increasingly valuable as the royal family faces constant scrutiny from traditional media and social platforms alike. Every public appearance is analyzed frame by frame, every statement examined word by word, and every interaction interpreted through countless perspectives. For Princess Anne, none of this would be unfamiliar. Throughout her own lifetime of service, she has experienced criticism, praise, political change, and enormous public attention. Yet she has consistently maintained the same reputation for reliability. That consistency explains why many people continue to view her as one of the monarchy's strongest stabilizing figures. Royal historians often remind audiences that successful transitions rarely happen overnight. They unfold gradually, sometimes over many years, allowing experience to replace uncertainty step by step. Responsibilities expand quietly. Confidence develops naturally. Relationships with government leaders, military organizations, charitable institutions, and international partners strengthen over time. By the time a formal transition eventually occurs, much of the practical preparation has already taken place. If that pattern continues, Prince William's current role represents more than ceremonial appearances. It represents years of preparation for responsibilities that demand patience, discipline, and careful judgment. Whether discussing environmental initiatives, veterans organizations, homelessness projects, or international diplomacy, William increasingly operates on a global stage where every action contributes to the public image of the future monarchy. Still, perhaps the greatest challenge facing any future king is balancing family with institution. History has shown that personal relationships inside the royal family are often far more complicated than the public ever sees. Every generation faces difficult decisions, emotional sacrifices, and competing responsibilities. Those realities remind us that behind every title stands an individual navigating extraordinary expectations. As the world continues watching Britain's royal family, one question remains larger than all the others. How is the next generation preparing for the future while honoring the traditions of the past? That answer may never be fully revealed through official statements alone. Instead, it may emerge gradually through actions, responsibilities, and quiet moments of leadership that unfold over time. And if there is one lesson history repeatedly teaches, it is this: the most significant chapters in the monarchy are often written long before the public realizes a new era has already begun. Here's part 2 as a dramatized, documentary-style continuation. It is written as narrative voiceover and avoids presenting speculation as established fact. As public fascination with the royal family continues to grow, every appearance by King Charles, Prince William, Princess Anne, and Queen Camilla is examined for signs of what the future might hold. A simple exchange, a shared glance, or a change in seating arrangements can quickly become the subject of countless headlines. For royal commentators, these moments often raise more questions than answers, encouraging endless debate about how responsibilities inside the monarchy may be evolving. Behind the public ceremonies lies an institution built on careful preparation. Every state visit, every military event, and every diplomatic engagement requires months of planning. Long before members of the royal family step in front of cameras, teams of advisors coordinate schedules, security, protocol, and logistics. While the public sees polished events lasting only a few hours, those occasions are often the result of weeks of quiet organization. Many historians point out that successful monarchies have always relied on preparation rather than improvisation. Future kings are expected to gain experience long before they inherit the throne. That process is not unique to Prince William. Previous heirs also spent decades learning constitutional responsibilities, international diplomacy, and the delicate balance between tradition and modernization. Even so, William's position carries unique challenges. Modern Britain is vastly different from the country his grandmother first began serving as queen. Today's royal family exists in an age of instant communication, 24-hour news coverage, and social media, where millions of opinions can spread across the world within minutes. Every decision is analyzed not only by journalists but also by historians, political commentators, and millions of viewers following developments online. That environment demands a different kind of leadership. Calm decision-making has become just as valuable as public visibility. Royal experts frequently observe that William has developed a leadership style centered on patience rather than dramatic gestures. Instead of reacting to every headline, he has generally focused on long-term projects involving mental health, environmental conservation, veterans, and homelessness. Those initiatives have helped shape an image of steady leadership rather than short-term popularity. Princess Anne has spent decades demonstrating similar qualities. She has often been described as one of the hardest-working members of the royal family, carrying out hundreds of official engagements each year while rarely seeking media attention. Her approach reflects an older tradition of royal service, where commitment is measured through consistent work instead of public recognition. For many observers, that shared sense of duty creates an interesting connection between Anne and William. Although their personalities differ, both have earned reputations for placing responsibility ahead of personal attention. Some analysts believe those similarities explain why Anne's perspective is often viewed as particularly valuable whenever discussions about the monarchy's future arise. King Charles also understands the importance of continuity. Throughout his decades as Prince of Wales, he gradually expanded his experience in areas ranging from environmental advocacy to architecture and charitable work. By the time he became king, much of that experience had already prepared him for the responsibilities of the crown. Historians frequently describe that gradual development as one of the defining characteristics of the modern monarchy. If the same pattern continues today, William's increasing visibility may simply reflect a natural stage in that long process. As the heir to the throne, he is expected to assume more public responsibilities over time, while continuing to support the king. Rather than signaling an immediate change in leadership, many experts view this progression as an effort to ensure long-term stability for the institution. Queen Camilla's role has also evolved during this period. Supporting a reigning monarch requires balancing ceremonial obligations with private responsibilities that rarely attract public attention. Whether attending international visits, welcoming foreign dignitaries, or participating in charitable initiatives, her schedule reflects the demands placed upon senior members of the royal family. Public curiosity often focuses on relationships within the family itself. Viewers naturally wonder how decisions are discussed, who offers advice, and what conversations may take place behind palace doors. In reality, very little about those private discussions is officially revealed. Palace communications generally focus on confirmed events rather than personal conversations, leaving significant room for speculation. That lack of information has helped fuel countless documentaries, books, podcasts, and online discussions attempting to interpret the dynamics inside the monarchy. Some stories are supported by historical records or credible reporting. Others rely almost entirely on anonymous sources or speculation. Distinguishing between those two categories remains essential for anyone trying to understand the royal family accurately. Still, one point receives broad agreement among historians. Every generation eventually reaches a moment when experience begins passing from one leader to the next. That transition is rarely marked by a single dramatic event. Instead, it unfolds through years of growing responsibility, increased visibility, and expanding public expectations. Prince William now finds himself at precisely that stage. Every overseas visit strengthens diplomatic relationships. Every meeting with community leaders broadens his understanding of modern Britain. Every charitable initiative contributes to the legacy he will eventually inherit. These responsibilities may appear routine individually, but together they form the practical education expected of a future monarch. Princess Anne's own life demonstrates that royal duty often demands personal sacrifice. For decades she has carried out engagements across the United Kingdom and abroad, while maintaining one of the busiest schedules within the royal family. Her example illustrates that service is measured less by publicity than by consistency over many years. As audiences continue searching for dramatic turning points, history offers a quieter perspective. Institutions as old as the British monarchy seldom transform overnight. Their evolution is usually gradual, shaped by countless small decisions, rather than one defining announcement. That slow pace can make change difficult to recognize while it is happening. Perhaps that is why public interest remains so strong. People are not simply watching individual members of the royal family. They are witnessing an institution adapting to a new century, while attempting to preserve traditions stretching back generations. Every appearance by King Charles, every engagement completed by Queen Camilla, every project led by Prince William, and every example of dedication shown by Princess Anne becomes another chapter in that continuing story. Whether viewed through history, constitutional tradition, or public service, one truth remains clear. The future of the monarchy will depend not on a single moment, but on years of preparation, cooperation, and leadership. While headlines often focus on dramatic possibilities, the real story may be found in the quiet work that continues every day, far from cameras, far from speculation, and far from the headlines that so often capture the world's imagination. As the world continues to watch every move made by the royal family, one reality becomes increasingly clear. History is rarely defined by a single headline. Instead, it is shaped by years of preparation, difficult decisions, and a commitment to responsibilities that often remain invisible to the public. While speculation will always surround the monarchy, its future ultimately depends on the people entrusted with preserving an institution that has endured for centuries. For Prince William, that responsibility grows with every passing year. Whether attending international summits, representing the crown at major state occasions, or meeting communities throughout the United Kingdom, each appearance adds another layer of experience. These moments may seem routine to casual observers, but constitutional historians often note that they form the practical foundation of future leadership. King Charles continues to carry the full constitutional responsibilities of the sovereign, while also guiding an institution that faces challenges unlike any previous generation. Public expectations have changed dramatically. Citizens now expect greater transparency, faster communication, and stronger engagement with issues affecting everyday life. Meeting those expectations while preserving centuries of tradition is a balancing act that requires careful judgment. Princess Anne has witnessed that balance throughout her entire life. Having served under Queen Elizabeth II and now alongside King Charles, she represents a living bridge between different eras of the monarchy. Her reputation has never been built on dramatic speeches or media attention. Instead, it has been earned through consistency, discipline, and decades of public service. Many royal historians suggest that Anne's greatest contribution has always been her example. She demonstrates that leadership is not measured by titles alone, but by reliability, professionalism, and the willingness to fulfill difficult obligations regardless of public recognition. Those qualities remain just as valuable today as they were decades ago. Queen Camilla has also experienced an extraordinary journey. Her position within the royal family has evolved significantly over the years, requiring her to adapt to increasing public responsibilities while supporting King Charles during an important period for the monarchy. Every official engagement she undertakes reflects the reality that modern royal life extends far beyond ceremonial appearances. Together, these senior members of the royal family represent different generations of experience. King Charles offers decades of preparation and constitutional knowledge. Princess Anne embodies unwavering dedication to duty. Queen Camilla provides support during a period of institutional transition. Prince William symbolizes the future that millions of people continue to watch with great interest. As public curiosity grows, countless theories continue to circulate online. Social media posts, videos, anonymous reports, and unofficial sources frequently claim to reveal secret palace meetings or confidential conversations. While these stories often attract enormous attention, it is important to remember that many remain unverified. The royal household rarely comments on private family discussions, allowing speculation to flourish in the absence of official information. That silence should not automatically be interpreted as confirmation of dramatic claims. Throughout history, the monarchy has maintained a tradition of keeping internal family matters private whenever possible. Official communications typically focus on confirmed engagements, charitable work, constitutional responsibilities, and public announcements rather than responding to every rumor appearing online. Even so, public fascination remains understandable. The British monarchy occupies a unique place on the world stage. It represents history, national identity, constitutional tradition, and global diplomacy all at the same time. Few institutions receive the same level of international attention, making every development a subject of worldwide discussion. Looking ahead, most constitutional experts agree on one point. Preparing the next generation is essential to maintaining stability. That preparation does not happen overnight, nor does it rely on one symbolic event. Instead, it develops through years of increasing responsibility, practical experience, and public service. Prince William's expanding role reflects that broader pattern. His charitable initiatives, environmental advocacy, work with veterans, and international engagements all contribute to the experience expected of a future monarch. Rather than focusing solely on ceremonial duties, he has sought to address issues affecting modern society, while respecting the traditions associated with the crown. Princess Anne's career offers another important lesson. Genuine influence is often exercised quietly. Some of the most respected figures within institutions are those who consistently perform their duties without seeking headlines. Her example reminds future generations that credibility is earned over decades, not through moments of publicity. King Charles faces a similar challenge. Every decision made during his reign will inevitably be viewed through the lens of history. Future historians will evaluate how successfully the monarchy adapted to changing public expectations, while preserving the constitutional principles that define its role. That responsibility extends beyond individual personalities and speaks to the long-term future of the institution itself. Ultimately, the story of the royal family is larger than any single rumor, headline, or online debate. It is a continuing narrative shaped by service, tradition, adaptation, and the complex relationship between public duty and private life. While speculation will always capture attention, history is usually written by documented events rather than dramatic assumptions. As audiences continue following every royal engagement, one thing is certain. The next chapter of the monarchy will unfold gradually, one public appearance, one charitable initiative, one state occasion, and one constitutional responsibility at a time. The world will continue watching, commentators will continue analyzing, and historians will continue placing each event into its proper context. Whatever the future may hold, the enduring lesson remains unchanged. Institutions survive not because they avoid change, but because they learn how to adapt while remaining true to the principles that define them. For the British monarchy, that journey continues every day, quietly, steadily, and under the watchful eyes of millions around the world. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of the British royal family, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest stories. We bring you thoughtful analysis, historical insights, and the biggest royal developments from around the world, all in one place. Now we'd love to hear from you. Do you believe Prince William is gradually taking on a greater leadership role within the monarchy? Or do you think King Charles will continue guiding the institution for many years to come? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We read your opinions, and your perspective could be featured in one of our upcoming discussions. If you found this video informative, Please give it a thumbs up and share it with friends and family who enjoy following the royal family. Your support helps our channel continue creating high-quality content for viewers across the United States and around the world. Thank you for watching, for being part of our growing community, and for spending your time with us today. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video.